But without further ado, we're going to get this day started off. That's right, the dad way. Oh, yeah, because we have the dope dad himself. That's right, Rico Lamitte, who just loves to sip tea on Fridays because he thinks he's been able to outsmart the internet gangbangers in the hood. That's right, because he's found a place. He's going to be moving, and he's actually going to get some fiber in his diet. That's right. It is the dope dad himself, Rico Lamitte.
Oh, man. Thank you, Jason. It's a beautiful Friday morning. It is St. Patrick's Day, and I got my green camos on. I'll show you guys a little bit later. But today, I'm going to talk about banking. It's been a long week of ups and downs for the American banking system, and several issues were debated as to what the proper direction forward would be at yesterday's Senate Finance Committee hearing. The fact crypto investors were responsible for 20% of the withdrawals that tanked New York's Signature Bank last Sunday prompted Colorado Democrat Michael Bennet to question Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen as to why a maturing, more stable, overregulated cannabis industry still has no access to banking and financial services. Yellen's response: it's something the regulators have been looking for solutions to. In the case of marijuana, it is against federal law, and that's a barrier, unfortunately, to appropriate banking services for the industry. The Treasury Secretary's remarks on legalization being the problem echo those of bipartisan House of Representatives cannabis panel last week at the most recent South by Southwest conference in Austin, Texas. South Carolina Republican Nancy Mace and Colorado Democrat Earl Blumenauer were featured panelists. And while their opinions differed as to whether legalization could or would happen in the near future, both agreed it was the only path forward. Mace said that she doesn't have much hope legalization will happen this year, though she did say if it does, it would need to be done before June. After June, the focus will be on the presidential election, which could delay legalization for another 2 years. Blumenauer claimed to be more optimistic now, rather than 8 months ago, before taking shots at fellow Dems in the Senate, Chuck Schumer and Cory Booker, for not being able to bring a vote on measures passed multiple times by the House. He said that their desire for perfect legislation resulted in nothing getting accomplished. Well, there you have it, folks. Once again, the U.S. government bails out and or supports the bailing out of banks and wealthy depositors. And it's okay for said depositors to have their own regulated and unregulated assets in said institutions, as long as it's not weed. Love to hear your thoughts on this one. I'm Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High at 9 News.
You know,